Cerebral palsy has affected James in so many different ways, mainly bad, to be honest, because it's not only affected his home life, it affects him playing with his friends, his schooling. He's at preschool at the moment, and obviously getting about is not very easy. It's very difficult for him. The most upsetting thing that I can think of is that at preschool, when he's with his friends and they're all walking, and he's wanting to chase after them, you can see how it affects him. In his face, he looks really upset, but he's also excited. He wants to get about and he wants to be up on his feet. It's just, he uses all his strength and he can't do it. He physically just can't do it. And I see it in his face every day that, he pulls himself up to stand and, sometimes he just lets go and you think, oh, is he going to all of a sudden walk? And you're like, no, it's... It's really difficult because, James has got all this equipment needs. He's got his walking frame, he's got a standing frame, he's got all his hip splints and his ankle splints that he has, that he's got to use on a daily basis. It has to go with him everywhere. They'll make you walk properly.
No.
Yeah?
No.
No. When he's awake, you've got to remember to give him his medication. You need to do his physio. You've got various different hospital appointments that you need to go to, and it's sort of making the time as well for it because, it impacts on James as much as it does myself, who I can't go back to work because the amount of time I need to be at the hospital with James. I'm very grateful that I've had such a supportive network. I've got my partner, I've got my family, and I've got my friends who have always, they help out, coming to hospital appointments, taking time off work, and also giving me that little bit of respite when I need either a couple of hours to myself, just to sort of chill out, put my feet up for 5 minutes. But it never ends up like that. I'm not one to sit around and do nothing. I'm on the go 24/7. I feel like most of the time I can't even turn off. But that's the way it is at the moment, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't just give up on what I feel is what my son's dream is to walk. It's it keeps me busy. I wanted to go back to work. I've always been sort of quite active and always wanting to have something to do, and I think this is something that sort of keeps me going. The strength that James has got and the determination is just incredible. That sort of comes on me a little bit as well. It's sort of he sort of he's so strong. I think if he has to go through everything that he's gone through in his whole life, that it gives me the strength to carry on and to be able to sort of do this for him and give him the best opportunities, the best start in life.